Hello, hello. This is Tracy Harrell, and I put a title on this particular live broadcast, and it was called Grateful for My Christmas Day Stroke. Yes, you heard it correctly. Grateful for my Christmas Day stroke. So, I'm first of all grateful for all the people that reached out and had something so loving to say. I'm overwhelmed by the level of love. So, thank you. That's not why I'm grateful, but I am thankful for the people in my life that care and that are willing to, that we have these type of platforms to share. So I really was not planning to even share my Christmas Day stroke because, as you know, I shared it after New Year's. And I didn't want to share it initially because I thought I didn't want to demonstrate any weakness. You know how we are. I mean, I'm going into the new year, with the business, and I'm driving these initiatives, and I just didn't want to put out there that I had a stroke, right? Like, who wants to advertise that? It was not my plan, but I'm a prayerful woman. And when God said, I brought you through, then there's something called a testimony. Like, we almost have an obligation. If there's a possibility that me telling a story about something that happened to me that was traumatic, and if how I handled it was not ideal, and there's another way, the doctors are like, you should have called 911. Then if I can tell my story and possibly save another person from doing what I did, and maybe save someone, brain matter, save a life, who knows? All I know is when God said do something, I do it. So here I am saying how truly grateful I am. Right. And I'm grateful for three reasons. First of all, it gives me a chance to do something that I'm uncomfortable with, talking about, a thing. And so it's like, I do it because I'm told to do it, right? I do it because I think it's the right thing, and I do it because I think it's going to help someone else. So long story short, I did have a stroke. It did not have any of the symptoms that people talk about when I wasn't in any pain. I could talk, I could smile, I could, all the things, but I was still having multiple strokes apparently, right? So my legs stopped working. I felt a little numb. I felt a little dizzy. Whatever is happening to you in the moment, if it feels like something that is not normal for you and you think it could be stroke-like, you do not have to be, doing the wheezy moment, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, right? It doesn't have to be, the face situation doesn't happen. It didn't happen to me. I was in no pain at all. I just kind of lost use of one of my legs for a minute. And then the symptom went away. So it's like a blood clot that was partially blocking a blood vessel in my brain. So it stopped. It was very weird. Very confusing is the word that I can use, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for a few reasons. As many of you know, I am, I started doing some work with Girl Trek. It's a walking group. And I have walked for 30 days consistently back in June, but I haven't done it since then, partially because I feel fit, partially because even though I'm overweight, I think I look good. So I'm like, hey, there was no real motivation, just being honest, to walk every day. Now, the reason Girl Trek was founded is because they know that walking 30 minutes a day for everyone, no matter who you are, creating some regular fitness is one way to reduce the likelihood of a number of diseases, stroke being one of them, heart disease, and, reduces apparently cancer. I mean, I got all kind of information when I was in the hospital. So walking 30 minutes a day, getting your blood moving, getting your circulation going, all the things has life-saving benefits, period. So as a coach, as a mindset coach, who's also an inclusion coach, what the stroke on Christmas Day also reminded me is that we're not promised tomorrow. I'll say that again. None of us are promised tomorrow. So I could have very easily not waken up, not awakened, right? And so I'm grateful that I did. I'm grateful that I had this stroke, in the sense that I'm glad I woke up. I'm glad that I have a story to tell and maybe to help someone else. I'm grateful that I have another chance to continue to live out the purpose that I was put on this earth to accomplish. So I'm grateful. And just to be clear, if y'all thought I was on purpose before, it's about to be on, right? Like, I am 100% committed to taking the things that I know are true for me and for you about achieving your best life. And I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that, the good thing is, if I had died, I would honestly say I had no regrets. Some things I would have done differently, of course, but like I've been living a life very much surrendered, very much on purpose. And so I'm going to continue to do that. And that's part of what this message is about. So I'll move on. So remember, if anyone in your family, if you feel like you might not be okay, whatever that symptom is, dial 911. Just saying. It's covered by most insurance. And I have not horrible. I don't have the same insurance I had when I worked at a Fortune 5 company. Let's put it that way. Okay. So anyway, get help quickly. And then what I wanted to share about mindset is, for me to have labeled this grateful for my Christmas Day stroke, that is because I believe that everything happens for my good. Let me say that again. It's one of those foundational beliefs in the mindset coaching that I do through David Baer and my success coaching. It's like you have to have some fundamental belief that the world you choose, right? You choose, right? Are things happening for your good, or are they happening to destroy you? I choose to believe that things are happening for my good. That's it. I choose to believe it. Oh, thanks, Pat. So we choose to believe that things happen for our good. And if you believe that, that means even when the bad things happen, even when you have a stroke, you're basically saying, okay, I'm glad I didn't die. Glad I don't have any major symptoms left over. And I look forward to hopefully using my story to help someone else. That's what I believe. Anyway, I also believe that this work I've been doing around equity and inclusion, there's going to be a whole new level of amplification around that. Because what I can't do is take the journey that I've been on, the work that I've been blessed to be a part of, the groups and the organizations that I've been able to help. And I don't want to, take that with me, right? I need to know that in my absence from this earth, that any leader, any individual, any professional, any organization has a clear roadmap of what they can do to truly create an inclusive culture within their organization. So we don't want to leave our mission, right? You don't want to leave it on the table. You don't want to leave it for someone else to accomplish, or just for it to be unaccomplished, right? So all I can say is, whatever your goal is for 2023, just do it. As a mindset coach, what I can tell you, and as a neurologist, someone who studies the neuroscience of the brain, let me just say, my word for 2023 is choice. We get to choose. We get to choose what we believe. We get to choose how we perceive any situation. We also get to choose what we do next. One of the groups that I'm a part of, it's, again, I'm a certified success coach with Success Magazine, the oldest, professional development magazine in the country. I'm a David Baer facilitator. David Baer is, amazing. He does a lot of great things. One of the fundamental beliefs that they talk about is that beliefs are decisions. And I believe that beliefs are decisions. My word for 2023 and my next book, I have this really cool thing that was downloaded into me that I'm going to put out there into the universe as well. But beliefs, in my opinion, they're choices. Beliefs are decisions, right? But it's not about the decision that I made last week or last month that I was going to be healthy. The decision is, what choice am I going to make right now when I'm hungry and I need to put something in my mouth? Choice brings it to the right now. So the success that you have in 2023, whatever it is not going to be because you decided at some point in January, I'm going to do this thing. It's going to be because each day, minute by minute, hour by hour, wherever those decision points happen, you chose to do something that was going to help you to accomplish your goal. you chose. So my word for 2023 is choices. Choose well. That's it. Bye, y'all.